Part 2. Nelson Mandela, From Freedom to Presidency. The world had waited. And finally, on February 11, 1990, Nelson Mandela walked free after 27 years in prison. The image of Mandela raising his fist as he left Victor Verster prison was broadcast across the globe. Millions cheered, not just in South Africa, but around the world. His freedom meant more than the release of a man. It was the beginning of the end for apartheid. But freedom was not simple. South Africa was still divided by decades of hate and fear. Violence threatened to tear the country apart. Yet Mandela chose a path of forgiveness, dialogue, and reconciliation, rather than revenge. In 1993, Mandela and then President F.W. de Klerk shared the Nobel Peace Prize, honored for working together to dismantle apartheid peacefully. Then came a historic moment. In 1994, South Africa held its first democratic election. For the first time in history, black and white citizens stood in the same lines to cast their votes. Millions waited for hours, determined to have their voices heard. The result was clear. Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president. His inauguration on May 10, 1994, was a day of triumph, not just for him, but for all South Africans. World leaders gathered. People sang. The nation breathed freedom at last. As president, Mandela's greatest mission was not revenge, but unity. He worked to heal wounds, bringing together a divided people. Through the spirit of Ubuntu, the African philosophy of humanity, compassion, and togetherness, one of his boldest acts was using sports to unite the nation. In 1995, during the Rugby World Cup, Mandela wore the green Springbok jersey, once a hated symbol of white South Africa. That moment, when he handed the trophy to Captain Francois Pienaar, showed the world the power of reconciliation. After just one term, Mandela stepped down in 1999, setting an example of democracy and humility. In retirement, he focused on charity work, fighting HIV/AIDS. On December 5, 2013, at the age of 95, Nelson Mandela passed away peacefully in Johannesburg. The world mourned, but also celebrated his life. To this day, he is remembered as Madiba, his clan name, a father of the nation, and a symbol of justice, forgiveness, and freedom for all humanity. **